clash of rising contenders, early pivotal duel looms large in Atlanta. On the 18th of November, two of the Eastern Conference's most promising young teams, the Atlanta Hawks and the Detroit Pistons, will face off in a nationally televised game that holds significant weight. For the Hawks, this matchup is a critical opportunity to prove they belong among the league's elite, especially in a season where injuries to key players like Jason Tatum and Tyrese Haliburton have opened the door for new contenders. The rivalry between these two teams has been one-sided in recent history. Last season, the Pistons dominated their head-to-head matchups, winning 3 out of 4 games. The frustration for Atlanta was compounded by the close margins of those losses. The Pistons won by 10, 5, and just 1 point. This small gap proved to be crucial in the end-of-season standings, as Detroit's 4-game advantage over the Hawks helped them clinch the 6th seed, allowing them to avoid the play-in tournament. The Pistons then pushed a formidable New York Knicks team to 6 games in the first round of the playoffs, while the Hawks were eliminated in the play-in tournament. This season, both teams are expected to contend for a playoff spot in a less-than-dominant Eastern Conference. The upcoming game on the 18th of November is a chance for the Hawks to reverse last year's trend and establish themselves as a force to be reckoned with. To secure a victory, the Hawks will need to focus on 3 key strategic elements: pace, space, and limiting Cade Cunningham's physicality. Pace will be a key factor. Last year, the Hawks were the 3rd fastest paced team in the league, and the Pistons were 9th. With new additions to both rosters, this year's matchups are expected to be even faster. The Hawks, in particular, will look to utilize Kristaps Porzingis to increase their effectiveness in transition. The team that can control the tempo and convert fast break opportunities will likely come out on top, as evidenced by last season's high-scoring affairs where the Hawks averaged 125 points per game and the Pistons averaged 128.5. Spacing the floor will also be crucial. The Pistons have historically struggled to provide adequate spacing for their star, Cade Cunningham, often benching non-shooters like Orza Thompson and Jalen Duren. For the Hawks, the key to winning the spacing battle lies in the long-range shooting of Onyeka Okongwu and Jalen Johnson. If they can knock down shots, along with new additions like Alexander Walker and Kennard, it will be nearly impossible for the physical Detroit defense to contain Atlanta's multi-level attack. Finally, the Hawks must find a way to limit all-star Cade Cunningham. In the playoffs against the Knicks, Cunningham repeatedly exploited mismatches, driving to the rim against the smaller Jalen Brunson. Hawks guard Trae Young has a similar frame to Brunson, and the Hawks coaching staff, led by Quinn Snyder, will likely use a similar defensive strategy employed by the Knicks. By using pre-switching screens, they can prevent Cunningham from attacking Young one-on-one. With the off-season additions of plus defenders like Alexander Walker and Porzingis, the Hawks are now better equipped to implement this strategy. For fans of fast-paced, high-stakes basketball, this game is a must-watch. If the Hawks can execute their game plan and prove their worth early in the season, it will set them on a much more promising path to the playoffs.